Cal. Say hey to the YouTubers.
All right. YouTube is live. Not live, but YouTube is recording. All right, Cal, get back in your hole.
I'm behind the computer. Thank you very much.
All right, video is on.
All he did was just poke his hand.
All right, let's get ready to do this.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to go recording in 3, 2. Welcome to the Dylan and Nathan Show. My name is Nathan.
My name's Dylan, man. Let's do this.
It is Monday, December the 16th, and you are listening to the Dylan and Nathan podcast. My name again is Nathan, and I look across the way. I welcome in my man Dylan. What's up, Dylan?
Not much, man. It's a pretty good day. I just wanted to say thank you to all of our listeners, everyone that's tuning in, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or if they're watching on YouTube. I just want to say we really, really appreciate all of the support we've been getting recently.
Yeah, absolutely. We thank you for listening and downloading to us. We actually just encourage you to share with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
We'd like for you to share our podcast to anybody that you come across. Also, today, special day, we have a giveaway.
We do. It's a little incentive to share.
That's right.
We have a little gift basket here. Tell us a little bit about it, Nathan. Tell us
We have some friends of ours donated some things. 3 Generations in Collinsville. They do hand-painted decor for your home and anything custom that you want, they'll do that for you. So find them on Facebook, like it, 3 Generations, and custom order your holiday decor or just anything that you want around your house.
Yeah, they donated us this cool looking hand-painted Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It is.
I like
it says 'tis the season on there. That's part of that. Also, you can get an Initial Outfitters, a $25 gift certificate there from Initial Outfitters by Mitzi Trosper. We'll donate that. So you can go on, you can order anything customized through that for $25 gift card and apply that to anything that you want through that. So also look her up on Facebook and like her Facebook page. And then from the Dylan and Nathan Show, we also have a t-shirt, a coffee mug, and an awesome sticker so that you can rep us.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. All you have to do is just like our Facebook page, like the post, share, and tag a friend. And then next week, for our next week's episode, we're going to do a drawing.
Yeah, we'll draw on our next week's episode when we're recording. And hopefully you'll win. So it'll be pretty cool.
We'll see. All right. It's going to be cool. We have a pretty good show for you today. We got special guest, Jake Moffitt, or better known as JX2000. What's up, Jake? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? How are y'all?
I'm doing good, man.
Doing good. Man, this is awesome. I'm super excited. We've been talking.
Where do I get one of these mugs?
Hey, man, we're going to be selling these things. But as a guest on the Dylan Nathan podcast, though, we'll just send you one. How about that?
We'll send you one, dog.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Yeah,
man,
cool. We've been excited about this for a while for getting Jake on.
I know. I miss hanging with Jake, man.
I know, Jake moved away. So we're going to tell you a little bit about Jake and who Jake is. And see, when I first moved to Collinsville, Jake and I were neighbors. We lived across the street from each other.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, you remember that, Jake?
Yep.
Yeah, we sure did.
It was like at one point I think we lived right beside each other. Then I moved a couple houses down the street, and we lived I think 3 or 4 apart. But either way, we were really close in the neighborhood.
Yeah, sure were. And then Jake, tell us about your early days at First Baptist. What did you first remember about First Baptist, and tell us about the youth band and things like that.
Well, it kind of all started when I was born. When I was 1 year old, I moved to Collinsville, and from there we started going to First Baptist Church, Collinsville, and I just grew up in that church. And when I started to get around 8 or 9, I got in the children's choir and got involved in things like that. And that led up to me wanting to learn guitar and wanting to learn music, which also led up to me playing in the youth band eventually, and getting to meet Dylan, Nathan, Cal, Ryan, Steven, all the guys. And from there just played in the youth band, and then of course I ended up moving away to Alma, Arkansas. So, but between all that, there were a lot of it was just crazy. There were a lot of trips, a lot of really fun Wednesdays that I'll never forget.
Yeah, so Jake, me and you have been friends for 10 years now?
Yeah, I think so.
So we know each other pretty well, but tell me a little bit about your rap name, JX2000, man. What does that mean? Where did that come from?
JX, it's actually not as complicated as you think it is. I actually don't like the name. just because it sounds kind of like a toy rocket. You know what I mean? Like a rocket you buy from Walmart, Black Friday or something. Just kind of a cheesy name, but it means Jay is my first initial. My name being Jake Moffitt. So, and then the X just sounded cool. And then the 2000, I was born in the year 2000. So it kind of all pieced together like that. But
That's pretty original, man.
I like it though.
Yeah.
it's an all right name.
So Jake, you said you've been doing music for a while. What kind of music did you start out like listening to?
Well, around my parents, I grew up around a lot of classic rock and blues and just deep south music. And then, of course, just me hanging out with my friends. The culture was a lot of rap music. So I got into rap music at 8 or 9 years old, and from there, that's kind of where my hip hop. That's when my hip hop, love for hip hop began.
So Jake, tell me, when did you start playing guitar and singing? Like how old were you when you started learning the guitar or picking up the guitar or singing?
I learned guitar at, I think, 9 years old, and that was my first guitar lesson was with Tiffany at the church, and she taught me for probably 3 or 4 months, and then I ended up playing during the service. And then from there, I kind of just taught myself a little bit more, then had lessons from Russ Butts and had lessons from the guy in Fort Smith at Mississippi Music. And from there, I just, kind of fell in love with singing too, because when you play guitar, you're always going to want to learn songs or write songs. So I started singing along with it, found out I could maybe sing a little bit, and ended up, starting to chase that, starting to perform places, and that's also how I met Dylan and Will with Back Pocket.
So tell us a little bit. You said you played guitar and sing. What transitioned you to wanting to do strictly hip hop music?
Well, I had never had the outlet to, and I was always too young, because when you're 11 years old with a guitar in your hand, you can sing a song and people think it's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you're not wrong.
But you can't really do hip hop then, right?
Yeah.
Unless
I mean, you can.
Unless you're like,
looked at,
you could be a little Bow Wow.
I was probably about as tall. But no. From there, when I was 14 or 15, I moved to Alma, and I realized, I kind of have some freedom to start over in Arkansas and do what I really want to do. What I've always wanted to do was rap, and I had written rap since I was 10 years old, so it was nothing new. But I actually, maybe had some money to get the equipment, had, some space to put the equipment. So I was like, I'm going to do it. And from there, I just started buying equipment, learning more about, how to do it. And I think in the end game, it's going to be good, because I don't know how, part of the music business works. So.
Yeah. So we live in Mississippi, and so I know there's not a whole lot of difference, but Arkansas, is there even any hip hop in Arkansas?
No, there's way more hip hop in Mississippi than there is Arkansas. So that's because Mississippi is where I got my whole basis for hip hop. So I mean, and that's that went first learning about secular hip hop, and then learning about people like Lecrae and Tadashi and Andy Mineo and all that. And that was like a whole movement for me as well. Like that changed my whole life hearing those guys. And from there, I mean, in Arkansas, it was really hard to actually jumpstart something, because when I first started, they thought it was a big joke. And I can understand it, but me, in my mind, when I do something, I fully 100% do it. So
That's right.
I was going all in for it, and I knew what I was doing. I knew what my goals were for my 5-year goals, which, looking at it now, I've achieved what I've wanted to do in 5 years, and it's just things like that make it all worth it. So.
That's good for you, man, because it's hard to take a stand like that when you want something and you believe in it, and even when it's the unpopular thing to do. So man, we really do, we really appreciate you doing that.
That's another thing is, I didn't know how well people would take, because when I came out with the first couple songs, they were, really crappy as far as, quality goes. But after I started actually putting quality over quantity for music, I started actually gaining people's attention, and people loved it. people don't call me Jake anymore; they call me JX. So
That's right.
That's it.
it's just kind of a lifestyle for me now.
All right. So we'll take it back a little bit. Tell us about who is Back Pocket. Like, where did that start from? Tell us about the people that were there with you and how Back Pocket got started.
So my mom, kind of goes back to my mom in college. My mom went to college nursing school with this lady named Stacey Garrett, and she had a son who was into music as well, about my same age, a year or two above me. And they got us together, and I was playing guitar and singing. He was drumming. It was really awkward, like really, really awkward for the first couple times. But then his sister started learning bass, so we kind of had a full-fledged, team. And his dad could shred the guitar, so it was like especially on blues and stuff. So it was kind of a big, just everything kind of pieced together right. And then later on, Addison, his sister, got a little bit too busy to play bass. So then we were looking for a bass player, and I had met Dylan recently, or I'd known Dylan for, not too long. And he got in playing bass with us, and from there we just started doing gigs everywhere and, getting to know more people, getting to learn more songs, playing places. It was one of the best times of my life, and I wish we could have kept it going. But
Awesome.
everything, Dylan moved off to Alabama. I moved to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Will went to college, so it was just a big split up. But
But it was a good start, though.
Yeah,
You got to
great.
start somewhere. And, unfortunately, when as life goes on, people kind of move away. But that was a good base foundation for where you are now.
So tell us,
for
Jake.
sure.
Tell us about Just Don't Abbreviate Me. What was your how'd you plan that? What'd you put into that?
So that album was originally about 7 different titles, but then as I went on, I found out that, starting to be a rapper and actually put out serious songs, serious music, I knew that I wanted a title that was going to be serious and, actually speak to what it was about. So Just Don't Abbreviate Me means just don't count me out. Just don't, overlook me when you're talking about, the most talented people around my area. And that's not me being cocky. That's just me being confident, that I'm a person who's doing something different, that's
Right.
actually trying to, do it fully 100%. So
For real.
that album was just a big kind of breakout. It was originally going to be like 16 songs, and then it ended up getting cut down to like 8 songs. And, but it was a really fun time making that.
So that was your first album, right?
Yeah,
The first
that
one?
was my first. I had an album before that. It was like an EP. It was called
Yeah.
Just Wait, and
Right.
then Just Don't Abbreviate Me came after that.
Like that's your first full-fledged album.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
for
Freshman
sure. My
Demos
first full-
was your most recent and is your second one, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that whole album as a whole, your thoughts, your effort, everything you put into that.
Yeah, so that originally was going to be my last album because as I got into college and I realized that a mechanical engineering degree is really hard to get, I realized I was going to have to take a big step back from music. And so that was going to be my last album. That whole album was based around the emotions that I had during freshman year of college. Just like, there's love songs on there. There's a worship song on there. There's, songs where it's just like a trap song and you're like, it's just the different vibes you have during
Yeah,
your
right,
freshman year of college. And I learned a lot making that album because I made that all in my dorm room. So a lot of the promos was made in 524, yeah.
Wow.
And
that's
that
cool.
was my dorm room. So,
Yeah.
I mean, also it being my last album, I wanted to get everyone I'd ever collaborated with on music on that album. So I got Back Pocket on there. It was in speaking form, but I got Back Pocket on there. I got, Olivia on there. I got everybody I had ever collaborated with on that album.
And I think
And
that's one of my
even
favorite things
not-
about that album, Jake, as I listened to it, is I love how you brought people in to that album from your past, from Back Pocket and people here back here in Mississippi, and even people that you ran into later in life in Arkansas. I love that about that album, and I think that's a pretty cool element that you put in there to it.
Yeah, I'm not saying this to be biased, but man, it was one of my favorite albums of 2019, straight up.
So,
It was like
That
it
means a
sounded
lot.
professionally produced. It sounded like
It was really good.
It was
really
a good album, man. But that leads us kind of to our next question, man. How hard is it to mix college with your music?
yeah, I guess I kind of touched on it a little bit, but when you've got, when you've got a couple tests in 1 week and wanted to finish this song, it's just a big challenge to be able to discipline yourself and say, no, I've got to study for the test, then finish the song. So, when those situations come up, it's like a crossroads of, am I really focused on music or am I focused on college? When I quickly figured out I need to be focused on college because that's,
Right,
even though I
Oh, looks like
Yeah.
our call kind of failed a
I
little
think we
bit.
just kind of lost Jake there for a minute. Let's see if we can't.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we can't get Jake back.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, obviously Jake grew up here. So that's cool.
Hey, Jake,
We
we
back?
got you back now. Yeah, I know what that. So we were talking about mixing college and music. Yeah, that's got to be hard, because I know when I'm doing things, and not necessarily musically, but when I'm doing things, whether it be sermon prep or planning or anything with my job in the ministry, look, I want to get finished. Like I'm on a track, I want to get it done. And I know that when you're writing music and you're writing lyrics and you're coming up with beats, I know that's got to be got to be hard to put that stuff down and go do schoolwork. I mean, that's got to be hard to do all that.
Yeah, and also you just touched on it. Me being a full-time producer with the rap music as well. Me making every single one of my beats that I rap on. That's like that's 80% of the job, and the actual rapping on the beat is about 20% of the job. And then you've also got mixing and everything after that most other people don't do.
Sure.
So it's me doing every part of my music is also
Right.
something that takes up way more time than it usually would.
Yeah. So Jake, you told us earlier that this was going to be your last album, that you really wanted to focus on school. So tell us, we know that you've kind of released a couple singles here recently. So tell us what's coming up with your music.
Well, I just recently started working. No, I wouldn't say recently. I've been working on it ever since I released the last one. But I just recently started focusing more on it. Next album called Just Shut Up and Trap. So it's a sequel to Just Don't Abbreviate Me, but this time it's a lot more hard hitting. It's a lot more stuff, raw stuff I'm able to talk about. I have a song about, the struggles Meridian's having. I have love songs in there that I'm able to actually express more, emotion because I've been through more things in that area of life as I got older. So
Sure.
Right.
it's just me being able to be more honest and me also being able to be more free with how I make my music. At this point, I've released a lot of commercial, songs. At this point, I can do some, creative things with music and it not be as, far-fetched. So.
Dude, I'm excited for more stuff to come out, but can you tell the audience, people listening in, where they can find your music?
Yeah, you can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Google Play Store, anywhere you can find music sold. You can find me on there, JX space 2000.
All right.
JX
Cool, man.
2000, like
Yeah.
that.
All right. Tell us about social media. Where can we find you on social media? Are you on social media so that we can keep up whenever you're releasing singles or whenever you get the album done? Where can we find the latest information and what you're up to?
So on Twitter, y'all actually made me have to go look at my my name. On Twitter, I am JX2000 Trill, TRILL.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
and then on Instagram, I am, man, this is a tough. Jacob _ Moffett. So
right.
Jacob _ Moffett. And then, so yeah, here soon. I'm not gonna say when, but here soon I should be releasing information about maybe
Oh, yeah.
when the album comes out or
Oh yeah.
how the album's gonna sound or what it's gonna look like. So
That'd be
Awesome.
cool. We're looking forward to that. So
Oh, yeah.
we've got a sample song from Freshman Demos. This is one that Dylan picked out. I like this song too. And so Dylan's going to kind of tell us a little bit about it and kind of ask you some questions about the sample song we're going to play for our listeners today.
Yeah, so the song we're
All
playing is In the Teeth. It's definitely my favorite song off the album. I don't know, it kind of just goes hard and I really jam out to it. Tell us what it's about, why you wrote it, all that good stuff.
So I wrote this song. It's one of those songs that was hard hitting, and I was like, I want to have a couple, trap bangers in my album, and also I wanted to get on a song somehow with Kojima, who's from Meridian. So I just wanted to unite with some people, and also it's a song about really not letting anything get in your way of what you're trying to do. So I had a lot of fun making it. This song was like the one that you see, people in the studio jumping around to.
Yeah.
This was
right.
that song to me, so it was a ton of fun to make. So.
Yeah, man. I really like this song. We're going to play a sample of it
All
real
right, so
quick.
yeah, here's a sample of "In the Teeth" by JX2000.
In the back, in the back clean. Yeah, I'm in the front, in the middle league. We're on to my team, we making this steam. I'm making no money off all of my streams. When people on campus see me in that stream, that's all that I need, that's all that I feed off of. JX got a lead on all of y'all. I mean, JX got a brand new crib, y'all. Second project, got me feeling like a lift off. Sophomore slump, no sir. Gotta level up, got a new fossil. Guess I got my best of love. I ain't tripping about a brand new range. Like school, right around the comments, swerving lanes like, 2019, about to get paid, every day working, ain't no skip day,
So that's good stuff there, Jake, man. We really appreciate you letting us use that on our show today.
Yeah.
Man, it's good to talk to you, man, and we wish you'd come back down and hang out with us. I mean,
Yeah,
next
for
time
real,
you're
man.
down here, man, look us up if we want to hang out a little bit.
Dude, I just want to say before we get off, like I really do miss y'all. Y'all were there are times in your life when there's like periods in your life that stick with you forever, and the time in my life when I had y'all around, I'll never forget it. So y'all stay strong, keep doing this thing, man. I'm super excited about what y'all are doing. This is like my favorite thing ever when I see people I know doing artistic things and actually releasing stuff. So thank y'all for doing what y'all are doing. Thank y'all so much for having me on.
All right, same thing with you, Jake, man. You keep doing what you're doing, and man, we're looking forward to hearing more stuff from you in the future.
Yeah, dude.
Yes,
See you,
sir.
dog.
All right, see you,
Take it
Jake.
easy.
That was Jake Moffitt, JX2000, man. We appreciate him joining us today on the podcast. But yeah, we encourage you, please go find him, give him a listen. JX2000 on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. And again, you can follow him there on his social media platforms that he told us about. Man, it was good to talk with him today. I haven't seen
was
Jake
good.
in a year or so when he came to visit.
I haven't seen him in 4 years,
Yeah.
like this month.
I know
4 years
it's
ago
been
this
a while,
month.
so it's really good to hang out with him today. So we hope you
it's been
enjoyed
good.
that, and we hope that you go give Jake some support there and some love.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about a little church stuff here. For those of you who haven't heard, we had a little incident at our church last week. We had a water heater pressure valve malfunction, and it flooded the church. And so we really don't know what's going on
Yeah, it's just
as
a
far
little-
as whether we're
it's
going to be
crazy.
able to have to tear some things out, or whether we're going to be able to just kind of dry it out or whatever. So we had a lot of water damage. So our weekly schedule has been changed. Right now, over the next 2 Sundays, we'll just have Sunday morning worship at 10:15 a.m. through the Christmas season. And we plan to start back our student worship on January the 8th. But we encourage you, please, to follow our Facebook page, Collinsville Students, or our church's Facebook page at First Baptist Church Collinsville. For more up-to-date information on any schedule changes as it comes about. We will put that stuff there first. So
That's right.
we really appreciate y'all just kind of following us along there and really praying for us as we get everything back to
That's
going.
right. And another thing, we don't have any Wednesday night activities this Wednesday.
That's correct. We were going to have our Christmas party, but the
18th.
student center was not affected by it, but our children's was, and we have a lot of things over from the children's wing into the student center, and a lot of other things that we moved out of closets and stuff kind of put in. So it was better for everyone just to kind of cancel our services this week, but we will pick back up hopefully on January the 8th. Wednesday at the new year starts out. So, well, that's all the show that we have for you today. So again, we be sure to like our Facebook page, the Dylan and Nathan Show. Follow us along there on Instagram at Dylan and Nathan Show, and you can also check us out on YouTube. We got our YouTube guys tuned in today, and we'll be posting our videos of the show as we record them.
You know, and as always, we're thankful for our military, our first responders, and our law enforcement for their service and all their sacrifice. And we're just going to continue to pray for them and their families. And, you know, most of all, we're thankful for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for his sacrifice on the cross and later his resurrection from the grave.
Absolutely. We're going to leave you today with another song from JX2000. This is from his album, Just Don't Abbreviate Me. This is actually one of my favorite songs overall that Jake did. This is called Lately, and it is featured Back Pocket. So we hope that you enjoy. Thanks for listening again, guys, and we will leave you with this song.
I've been thinking about you lately. You've been on my mind. I've been thinking about you lately. I want you to be mine. I've been in Arkansas for too long. I ain't seen you in a minute. How's life gone? I've been taking taking different paths, taking different roads. I won't say it's bad, but man, I miss you though. Man, I really, really hate singing love songs. And it ain't about love, I'm just a man though. Got situations that I gotta handle, yeah, they lit a fire in me. Better get that boy a candle. Woo! Nah, I done focused on myself too much. Nah, you the reason that I stay in touch. I've been out at Alma with the girlfriend. Now I need some real time to be a man. I've been thinking about you lately.